Hello friends, welcome to Shriram's. The topic for today's discussion is Enrica Lexie Case, Beginning of an End? Backstory. The Supreme Court recently said that the case against two Italian Marines who killed Indian fishermen off the coast of Kerala, also known as Enrica Lexie Case, will be closed only after the Republic of Italy deposits with it rupees 10 crores as compensation to the victims. Where does this story begin? In 2012, two Indian fishermen were killed by two Italian Marines on board oil tanker Enrica Lexie. The incident occurred around 20 nautical miles off the coast of Kerala. Shortly after the incident, the Indian Coast Guard intercepted Enrica Lexie and detained two Italian Marines. Why did the Italian Marines open firing? According to their version of the story, the two Marines aboard the ship took fishermen for pirates and opened fire in self-defense. What happened after their arrest? The Kerala police registered an FIR against them for murder and arrested them. In April 2013, the case was transferred to the National Investigation Agency, which invoked the Convention for the Suppression of Unlawful Acts Against Safety of Maritime Navigation, also known as SUA. The SUA Convention was passed in 1988 with the goal of suppressing international terrorism. Why was the invocation of SUA Convention controversial? By invoking this law, Indian authorities qualified the incident as an act of maritime terrorism. This episode generated new diplomatic tensions since Italy strongly disagreed with equating the Enrica Lexie incident to an act of terrorism perpetrated by the Italian Marines. Eventually, India's central government ordered the ad hoc tribunal to downgrade the charge from maritime terrorism under the SUA Act to just murder. What were Italy's main arguments? Italy claimed that only the courts empowered with the right of prosecuting are Italian courts by invoking the exclusive flag state jurisdiction. Italy also argued that the Marines enjoyed sovereign functional immunity in India. What were India's claims? India argued that it has jurisdiction over the case as the two fishermen were killed without warning, just 20.5 nautical miles from the Indian coast, making the area part of India's exclusive economic zone over which India would exercise jurisdiction. What does the Unclosed say on this point? Unclosed, or United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea, is the international convention dealing with maritime law. Article 97 of the convention states that in event of a collision or any other incident of navigation concerning a ship on the high sea, only the flag state of that ship can launch penal proceedings. How did the dispute move to an international tribunal? In 2015, Italy instituted proceedings against India before an arbitral tribunal to be constituted under Annex 7 of Unclosed. It submitted a request before the Hamburg-based International Tribunal of the Law of the Sea seeking provisional measures directing India not to take any judicial or administrative step against the Marines. What did the Permanent Court of Arbitration finally rule? The PCA unanimously held that India is entitled to claim compensation from Italy. It is also held by the majority that Marines are entitled to immunity in relation to the acts they committed and that India is precluded from exercising its jurisdiction over the Marines. How did India react? In July 2020, the government told the Supreme Court that it had decided to accept the tribunal's ruling. The court, however, has made it clear it would not pass any order after hearing the victims' families and giving them adequate compensation. Well, that's all for today. I hope you enjoyed today's podcast.